So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here to talk about this lovely piece of toy angst right here. This is the Walmart exclusive, God, I hate saying those words, but the Crystal Ball figure, Richard Crystal Ball King figure. This is kind of one of the figures that I can't believe they made, and then they made it. When I saw the preview pictures, I'm like, why are they making this guy this awesome? Crystal Ball is probably one of the goofiest characters from the old original G.I. Joe, and kind of like Raptor, it looks like they're turning this guy into a freaking sleeper figure. I mean, what the hell is with this Cthulhu look here, this Mind Flayer stuff? This is just... I'm looking at him right here in the box, and I'm already like, dude, this is looking awesome. So let's get this guy out of the package, and see if all this hype is truly worthwhile. And spoiler alert, I'm already, again, just looking at him, I'm excited. I'm very much anticipating this figure. He should not be this good. This is freaking Crystal Ball, one of the dumbest characters since, well, Raptor. And, well, we know I really like the Raptor figure too. But what's next? Are they gonna make Zanzibar like the coolest dreadnought? I mean, this is like that kind of level. First of all, I love that they kept the lenticular shield. I don't know if it catches on the camera when I move it here, but I absolutely love that they have it. It's just taking off the shield here. Oh, actually. And then, if you don't like the lenticular shield, you can then actually put an insert into here to make it more serious. I've got a theory about all this. So Crystal Ball is a hypnotist. So, well, you know what? We'll get into all this later. Well, let's talk about the figure. But we got the lenticular shield, and that's absolutely fantastic. But the figure himself, the detail is immaculate. From the belt buckle, beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. The legs, usual classified. Joints, buttery smooth. No complaints there. This jacket is so well done. Again, painted on the tips of the, of the drawstrings, on the buckles. The fur is well done. I mean, okay, there actually, I think, there's even a light wash in here, I think. That's crazy. The texturing on the jacket's great. Got the little border on it. Okay, maybe the belts could have been painted in this pouch. Alright, there we go. I'm being a little nitpicky on here. It's got the cool thing where the shoulder pads sit on the shoulders, so when you move the shoulders... Well, okay, that interferes a little bit on there. I'll give it that. And the butterfly could be a little better. But this guy is not exactly, again, known for being a frontline trooper, so I can get away with that. God, this jacket looks so good. He's got tattoos all over him. They're well done. The necklaces are well painted, and his face sculpt is beautifully evil. Again, his name is Richard King. So this guy is actually, he's a horror character, so they're pulling off Stephen King, and Stephen King's alias of Richard Bachman, which I think is a very, very neat thing. I've got on here his alternate hand, so he's got a holding hand, and he's got another gun hand, and he also has a beautiful pistol. So it actually has a port for a blast effect. Simple slug, but this like snake coiled around the barrel just gives it a little bit of panache, which I think is really neat. And the holster stays right on the leg, on the thigh, quite nicely, which I like that as well. It's a little tight getting the gun in, but once it goes in there, it's fine. It's hard plastic on the jacket, but I'm fine with that. I don't need it to be soft goods, and it's not interfering too much with his posing. And then you get the accessories. So, go ahead and put you back up against the wall here. I mentioned before, we have the lenticular shield. We have the alternate hands. He hypnotizes you with the shield, and then all of a sudden things get kind of spooky. So you got the insert that just kind of pops right in there. So that way if you don't want to deal with the lenticular, it looks a little more serious. And then you get things like the sword. You get this weird demon head. And you actually have his aforementioned crystal ball. Which is, this thing is beautiful, also fantastically detailed. The way I see it, he uses the shield and he hypnotizes you. And then he will, kind of like a combination of Mysterio and Scarecrow, his victims will then see him as this demonic form. That's how I see it. At the same time, if you just want to have yourself a demon character, this works really, really well. I mean, this looks like someone that when you have him like this looks like a Ghost Rider foe in all the best ways. In other words, if you're not a Joe collector, you still might want this guy. I mean, this guy I think would look great with an Operation Monster Force setup, to be honest, with this spookiness. By the way, yeah, the crystal ball here, yeah, you can actually remove the crystal ball and then just have yourself like a demon skull thing, which I think is pretty cool. Actually, I like this. It's got this soft plastic and soft rubber. Just a nice touch to it all. He can sort of hold it. It probably takes a little bit of finagling, but it can be done. So, it's just, this is so, he should not be looking this good. And then he's going to photograph so well. Like, again, this could be used in so many different lines just because of this really cool character design. I mean, again, I could have that here. I could keep him on here. Now he's just a spiritual warrior. Or, like I said, he's just a hypnotist, making you see your greatest fears. And I absolutely love it. I had to grab Ghost Rider just to see, and they do look good together. I mean, they look like, yeah, this looks like that would be happening type of thing. God, this is an old figure, and man, you can see it looks dated. I digress. But still, they look like they would be opponents, and he should not be this good. Now, I'm singing a lot of praise for this figure, but it's not that it doesn't have its flaws. One thing I was when I was pulling the head off, I accidentally knocked the horn out here. I think that was glued in there, and I just somehow knocked that loose. I mean, that's not a problem. A little bit of Loctite, put that in there, all will be right with the world, but be careful about that, that you can knock the horns out. The gun was a little tricky getting into there. Had to use a spudger to get it in there. And the arms are a little on the loose side, but yeah, nothing detrimental. The biggest thing is this figure, once again, it was done better than it should have been. They take a goofy character and made him look very, very good. I mean, even like this could be a pirate character. This could be so many different things. He'll fit into a lot of collections, or he's just going to be a G.I. Joe character. That still is, I think he looks better with the dreadnoughts than with anything else, to be honest, especially with this jacket. I'm going to go ahead and give him the flaming sword. It just looks good. You know, this guy was so cool. They're giving him his own Viper squad. So the Ghost Vipers are coming out, and they're also going to be sharing the whole translucent green plastic. And check your Walmarts, guys. Apparently he is showing up on shelves. If you're collecting classified, if you're out collecting figures, he is worth a pickup. Are you going to feel like your life is incomplete without him? No. Don't get me wrong. It's a good figure. Not essential because it's such a goofball character. But at the same time, I think he'll add to your collection. Absolutely. But let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. I got more cool things on the horizon. I am going to be reviewing those 2 other sharks next, so they are on the list. I'm about to hit that ship button from Big Bad Toy Store. So we've got Storm Collectibles and Jada Toys on the way. So there's a lot of fun things on the horizon. But as always, until next time, take care. Peace.